Here we go. And who is this, Jay?
Her name is LaLa.
I love it. LaLa. This intro is giving length.
又来到这个港口，没有人听的拘留，我的心乘着斑驳的轻舟，寻找失落的沙洲。
Sweet.
随时间的海浪漂流，我用力张开双手。
Vocally, something I would point out already is that this artist has a pretty great command of dynamics and is kind of doing the opposite of push-pull, meaning that when she is utilizing dynamics to lean in, as in turn it up or pull it back, it's very tucked in and gradual, but she is using it. So it's helping us feel the river of the song, but in a very controlled manner.
拥抱那么多，起起落落，想念的还是你我。
Actually, Jay, I really like her.
Oh, yeah?
Have we seen her?
No. We've seen her commercial in Taiwan when we were... Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it's like a Uber Eat commercial.
Oh, really?
There's like a white horse. Like she ordered like a white horse, and the white horse stayed with her, and it caused so much trouble in her life. It's like funny.
Oh, that's sweet. That's sweet.
我的烟火，我不是一定要你回来，只是当有一个人看海，回头才发现你不在，留下我迂回的徘徊。我不是一定要你回来。
I actually really appreciate her, well, for what I said before, but I find her simple, not too simple, but her details are rooted in technique without being like jazz hands about it. Like, don't you think it's pretty?
I think it's pretty. I like the tone.
I like the tone too.
As soon as she sung, I really.
I think so too. I think that people can roll their eyes sometimes at singers and vocal coaches and vocal nerds about tone, but tone is the thing that can't be taught. So it's kind of hard to not be excited about it or impressed by it or observe it because it's the thing that you can't learn.
No.
So when a singer opens their mouth, it's like, you see a piece of them. You kind of learn the root of them, not what they learned, not what they're regurgitating, not what they learned in school or whatever. It's like what they are.
It's what makes them unique. Like, for example, Teddy Swims, if you hear...
Oh,
like,
the tone,
you
girl.
know
The tone. Yeah, you know it.
It's them.
Exactly. That is, I would say, this gal, LaLa, has a reasonably recognizable tone.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, legit.
And she wrote the song.
Oh, really?
Singer-songwriter.
Is this a sad song based on the...
It is kind of sad. It's called Lost Desert.
Oh,
okay.
oh boy.
Okay.
Sad indeed.
一放开
I love that she wrote it.
除了你之外的空白，还有谁能来教我爱？
What, can you give us just an overview of like the theme or the chorus or something?
I can give you the translations.
Okay.
That's
Always a hoot.
easier.
Okay, so buckle up. The translations are always tricky. Came to this port again, detained without reason. My heart rides on a mottled boat. Searching for the lost sandbar, waves drifting over time. What I've learned a lot about lyrics, Mandarin lyrics, we've talked about this quite a lot, is they're often rooted in nature, so desert, sand, but also that the topics are extremely like vast. So here, Taylor Swift would be like in the refrigerator light, and here they're like in the desert. in the universe, it's very like broad and
zoomed out.
Zoomed out is your word, yeah. Waves drifting over time. I open my hands vigorously, embrace so many ups and downs. What I miss is the way you looked at me. I don't necessarily want you to come back, just be another person looking at the sea. Oh, this reminds me of my French boyfriend. He always spoke like this, just like, out in the sea, I see you. Oh, yes. Only when I turned around did I realize you were not there. Leave me wandering around. I don't necessarily want you to come back. Just open up the memories again. Blank space, except you. Who else can teach me love? I like that she's like, I don't really want you to come back, but I'm thinking of you fondly, or I'm thinking about you, I'm remembering you. I love that I have the memories of you, but I'm not saying we should go back there. You know, let's not go back, but let's think fondly. Who else can teach me love? Back to this end again. I also want to go forward. It's just the more I see, the brighter sea in the sky. The more I regret not having you share my feelings. I don't necessarily want you to come back, just be another person looking at the sea. So she's like, I don't want to be with you, but it's almost like I wish you were beside me, but I don't want you back necessarily. Is that how you take that?
No.
You don't?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Leave me wandering around. I just don't necessarily. She repeats. This must be the chorus. I don't necessarily want you to come back. Just open up the memories again. She just wants to revisit it fondly. She just wants to revisit it. Yeah, she just repeats. The tired figure is not me, not the me that you want to see. I don't necessarily want you to come back. Just walking into the sea of people alone. Dependencies other than you. Who else can call me brave? Blank space. Ooh, it's like Taylor Swift, little blank space. Blank space except you. Who else can teach me love? Yeah, I think this is lovely. I think it's lovely. Although I think the concept, the translations are kind of tricky sometimes, because in English you would never say something like, I don't necessarily want you back, right? Even if you take that into a more poetic phrase, I don't know, or would we be like,
I guess it depends on the artist.
I guess so. I'm trying to think of a poetic way to be like, I don't really want to be back with you, but like, I miss you.
It is kind of, it's almost like a haiku, you know? It's
Yes!
very poetic, very nature, very
broad and like,
analogies.
yes.
No, she's conflicted.
She's conflicted, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I think she's conflicted between like the sweet memories and actually like, do I really want to go back there? Or do I just want to stand beside you and observe the beauty of the sea?
I think it's what's expected of her is to leave him alone. Because in Chinese culture, there are so many external factors that would sometimes conflict with what we truly want.
So you think she wants him back?
She's like, okay, I'll be a good girl, like, you know, I will leave you alone. Because that's the proper thing to do. But not
actually, based on her.
That's
not what I want.
That's not what she truly wants.
Aww.
I think. Yeah.
Wow, the desert sadness.
She's very lonely. She's very lonely. Yeah. Without him.
要回到这个尽头，我也想再往前走，只是越看见海阔天空，越遗憾没有你分享我的感动。
I don't know if I've ever said this to you, Josiah, but I really like when I can hear, I've said it on the show before, I like when I can hear a singer's mouth, and I like when I can hear a singer's face, which is kind of rooted in that tone factor. Tone is based on, you know, your vocal apparatus, but also like where you're directing the sound out of, kind of. I enjoy her placement, and I appreciate a singer who can have some mask without being nasally woo-woo.
Exactly.
I feel like I can hear just enough of her face. Super fragile vibrato, hey? It's consistent enough to be to keep going, but it's not overwhelming, it's not thick, and it's almost like really tender.
Yeah. Like
Right?
a little princess.
Yeah.
只是当有一个人看海，回头才发现你不在，留下我迂回的徘徊。
is what I wanted that to do.
Yeah. Of course.
要你回来，只是当又把回忆分开，除了你之外的空白，还有谁能来教我爱？
One more observation I would make about her is that I think she has very lovely restraint. And the reason I'm commenting on that is because it's very easy as a singer, actually any musician, to go full bore or to phone it in and be kind of lazy about it. It's quite a feat to commit enough that you are feeling it, your listener is feeling it, but you're not wanking.
Yeah.
It's enough. It's enough. Sweet.
只是当有一个人看海，疲惫的声音不是我，不是你想看见的我，我不是一定要你回来。
I do think this performance is slightly touched up, but I do really like it.
Yeah, it's a singer show.
Oh.
Oh.
But you know what? I almost got away with probably not mentioning it because it's not interrupting. The editing is not interrupting my enjoyment.
Yeah. I think for the past singer shows, past seasons, only the final was live streamed. Every other episode was pre-recorded. Yeah. Da, 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 da.
Yeah, interesting. Ha! No, is that a semi?
Da, 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 da.
Ha! Wait, it's not a bounce?
Da, 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 da.
Da, 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 da.
No. Ha. That's what she
Ha!
did. No, no, no.
I don't understand.
No. Ha.
Neither of us are feeling
Your
that.
Western minds might.
Yeah, we don't know how to do that. I
Might
would
be hard for
ha!
No, not like you actually drag on the note.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
Oh,
I definitely wouldn't do
It's
that.
very non-Western. It's very non-Western.
Yeah, no. Do that again. Yeah.
You would, like,
Ha. Ha.
Your emphasis is so different.
Yeah.
Definitely.
一定要你回来，只是当独自走入人海。
Da, 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 da.
Interesting. Yeah, not what we would do.
Clean there, yeah.
Yeah.
除了你之外的空白，还有谁能叫我勇敢？除了你之外的空白，还有谁能来教我爱？
You should show me more of her.
So, yeah, sure. I will.
And I mean, that's an original song, so I know her vibe a little bit.
Oh, yeah? She's talented.
I really like her. Hey guys, I'm just here to remind you what our show is and what our show isn't, okay? It is not a praise show where I put on a performance and act and do a bunch of research and pretend to love everything I see. This is an honest reaction show. I look and I listen and I think and I give you a running commentary on my thoughts based on my professional experience. Also, this show is not a vocal lesson. I do make comments on vocal techniques. As I am a singer-songwriter and vocal coach, that is one of the things I love to talk about and comment on. But if you're looking for a really deep dive on that, I suggest you check out our One Take Challenge. Our show also is not about revealing artists' dirty little secrets. The show is a look behind the curtain. If I observe things like production, edits, if I see artists mouth shape, vowel shape differing from what I'm hearing, I'm gonna continue to talk about those things because that's what I do. This is clearly tuned live. My ear senses a little bit of editing. The lips didn't even match, what the hell? I will not always be right, but that's not the point. I've commented on Lady Gaga, on JJ, on all sorts of artists that are in front of me, and I will continue commenting on the production choices that I see being made. It's based on my professional opinion, and it's not rooted in whether I like or don't like an artist or think an artist is good or bad. It's just what the show is. This show is about critical thinking. I'm here to be curious, to learn, and to ask questions in front of you while you watch. I'm not here to regurgitate artists' titles or things that I've heard previously or had explained to me previously about an artist. This happens in real time. You're watching me learn. If you're looking for reactions from a professional who already knows the Chinese culture, already knows the Chinese language, already knows all the facts, then that might not be me. And I suggest you go check out a Chinese vocal coach. Cheers.